Alrighty everybody, how's it going today? Let's see, everything's working, looks like it is, huzzah! We're back today, my name is Will, from Encounter Roleplay, and we're live for an episode of Learn by Play, here on the D&D channel. I'm just gonna go get set up, do a little countdown while we get the players already set up, got the character sheets, get the dice warmed up, gotta get those early dice rolls in to make sure that everything's working okay, get the battle rolls out of the way, that kind of thing. Oh my crazy, how's it going? Good to see you. Hello everybody in chat. If you're there, say hi. If you're not, you'll never know that I said this. But we're gonna do a big old heist today in Learn by Play, and it is our Waterdeep Dragon heist that we're playing through at the moment. And we're doing a little side quest for the Kraken Society, and an ancient Kraken by the name of Slarkrafel, who really wants a box, and it is the party's job to go and get a box. And that sounds like it should be very simple. But if you guys have ever played D&D, maybe you played some Dragon Heist before, you guys know that getting things isn't quite as easy as you might like it to be. Let me actually go on my phone for a second and go and retweet the D&D tweet here. Spread the good word to Learn by Plays. How's everyone's week going? How's everyone's new year? I don't think we've been here since last year, so it's a new year. Kai Hawkeye, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Let's go onto my Twitter. Go spam that retweet button. There we go. Boom. Love it. Yes, how's everyone's New Year's? What new D&D games are we starting? Or continuing, indeed, in the new year. We're playing, we're continuing our Dragon Heist game. This is episode 10, episode 11? I don't know, math is really hard, but it's one of those two, and basically, party have gotten themselves into a bunch of problems, and hopefully by sealing a deal with an ancient Kraken, they're going to solve all of their problems, as sealing deals with ancient Krakens so often does. Doing well, busy at work? Yeah. New year, new grind. Am I right? Dubu! Hello, hello, hello yourself. How goes it today? Last of the morning prep coffee out of the way. To get ready in for some heavy RP. Some D&D. Doing some one-shots, hoping to find a campaign somewhere. Awesome, awesome. I like the hair. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's been shaved off. It's been sheared like a sheep. Yeah, New Year's a good time to find new campaigns. I bet there are loads of them cropping up. I've seen it in my own Discord and various other RPG Discords. A lot more games starting in the new year, and probably on the Fantasy Grounds and Roll20 forums and the Reddit looking for games are good places to go and search out and spread the word. I wonder if there's I don't know if there's a command for places to go and find games. Maybe I have one on my channel I can go find a link to if you guys need some links. Go hit up some cool communities. If you, in fact, want to spread the good word of D&D, I'll link you guys the tweet here. You can go retweet it if you feel like that. I just started one with a few friends on the Discord server. Awesome. Yeah, it seems like more and more Discords are a really great way for people to connect and find games together. So that's awesome. I'm still, I've used Discord for the past 2 years, but I still don't really understand it. So, my learning curve is very slow when it comes to that. I'm working on a fighter, an arcane archer, rhino charioteer. Is that using some of the cool new Ravnica stuff? Because we just started a Ravnica game on the channel, I don't know anything about the Magic the Gathering lore really, but I know there are elephant people in that. Loxodons maybe. It's pretty cool. Looking forward to playing my Goliath Bard. That sounds like an excellent combination. Goliath anything just works so well. If anyone works in a large company like Google, Riot, EA, etc., check the internal chats. They tend to have games running. Huh. Good call. Good call. I hadn't thought about that. Just going to make sure. We'll be set up here in a moment or so, and then we'll be good to go. Looks like we're sort of ready to come in here in a minute or two, actually. Let's pop over here. I've actually been very, speaking of Magic the Gathering and Ravnica, I've been very keen to dig into a Ravnica campaign myself, so I'm going to see if I can't cook something up for myself here in the new year as well. Alrighty. Well, it looks like we're about to come in live here, so let's get over to the game. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I'm a D&D Sex Icon, and we're back today for another episode of Learn by Play here on the D&D channel. We have almost all of us with us. Lava Lendy will be back with us next week, but we have the rest of this ragtag crew ready to get into some action today. Get up to some shenanigans, no doubt, as they ever do. So let's go around the cast and crew. It's been a couple of weeks since the new year, so let's reintroduce ourselves, remind ourselves who we are, and, of course, who we're playing today. So let's start just over there with Greg, Grimjack21502. Greg, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, it's going well. 2019 is here. We are back on Wizards of the Coast, ready to play a little bit of that Heisty Dragons. I can't wait. I will be playing the lovable and very grounded Flinrich Downcoin. He is a halfling that looks like a dwarf. He spent a couple years in prison. Don't hold it against him. He used to be a wizard. That was burned out of him by the powers that be. Of course, he's not bitter. But yeah, let's see where the new year takes this happy-go-lucky halfling. Back to you, Will.
Fantastic. And of course, we have Sid with us tonight. Sid, how's it going?
It's going good. I feel like I've lost my voice a little bit. I kind of sound, I mean, I don't feel like it. It just sounds that way. What am I saying? It doesn't sound good. Sorry. But yeah, I'm playing Ramsey, who is this drow alchemist, sort of grew up on the streets, worked her way up to a medical degree, and now uses it for drugs. And by the way, since like last week, I watched Breaking Bad for the first time. Why did no one tell me this is what happens in that show? I never knew until right now.
Why did no one tell me? Yeah, but, you are a regular Walter White.
Breaking water deep.
Breaking deep, yeah. Love it. Amazing. And of course, we have Myth Madam with us tonight. Myth, how's it going, my friend?
Hola, how's it going, everybody? Super hyped to be back, be playing here on Wizards and the D&D channel. My name is Mythomatic. I'm playing Captain Turntides Bromley. He's a sunken captain, or a sunken rogue, who is now turned sorcerer, storm sorcerer, through some magical means, and now is a sunken revenant and walks the streets of Waterdeep to try to regain the power of an old crime family. It's going to be fun. Good morning, everyone.
Fantastic stuff. So as a quick recap of our characters and what they're up to, well, last week Ramsey got herself into some trouble with the Black Viper. The two of them set on a mission to cook up and finalize the drug product, which is safe to say they probably have done so at this point. But along the way, they had some trouble because some agents of Lolth got in their way, and so Ramsey and the Black Viper ended up going and assassinating a band, a sort of sect, I guess, of Lolth worshipping drow, who were interfering with the process of the magical drugs which they're creating. With that out of the way, it's a big win for the party because Ramsey has finalized her formula and now has the appropriate drugs which can turn you into a hero for a minute or two, and then you'll be super addicted, and then you'll need some more. So the plan to turn the streets of Waterdeep into happy-go-lucky heroes is about to happen by the looks of things. Meanwhile, the rest of the party have made a deal with the Kraken Society, whom Captain Bromley is now a leader of. They worship him since he's come from the sea and was reborn, very much like their Kraken god Slakrafel. Slakrafel is a very simple guy. He just wants a box. That box, unfortunately, is locked away deep beneath a vault which is what the party are going to have to go and get. If they do so, unending power and riches will be theirs. So it's just a matter of breaking into the vault of the Xanathar's Guild. That can be easy, right? Well, that's what the party are going to set about doing today. And we're going to kick things off because it has been a couple of weeks since we've all played together. We had a holiday break and a little while since we've had Ramsey on the squad. So let's start with Flinrich and Captain Bromley. Last time we met, you guys were at the Charybdis ship with the Kraken Society, having just made a deal in the dead of night with the Slockerfell. You spent some time going over the holds, checking out the ship that now is yours. And then you remember that Ramsey said that she would be finished today. It's been a couple of weeks really since she's been locked up in that lab, and you ought to really check on her. There's been a couple of letters and emails that you've sent to her, obviously, but you just get to her do not reply. Automatic spam filter goes through. So you've yet to speak with her in person. So let's start with you guys this morning, having headed over to the lab, which is in this great big warehouse, which from the outside looks pretty standard, but on the inside has this sort of state-of-the-art drug lab within. So Ramsey, you hear a rap on the door. Looking through the eye hole, you see that it's Flinrich and Captain Bromley. You haven't seen them in a little while.
So I imagine it's similar to the last time where she's working very hard to make sure that everything is presentable. And so filling up little sample sizes of things and dusting and cleaning up some of the spider guts and blood from the last time that she probably didn't get around to until right now. She was like, oh shit. Oh god. And then
a drug flight.
Yeah, it was a messy situation. So yeah, there's a little bit of blood. She's kicking it also into the messy closet from last time. And then it opens the door and just says, "You're back. How was all of that?"
Eventful. Very fishy. How are things?
Good. Things are very good here. We have a sellable, very addictive, highly effective product. I do not suggest any of you try it. As I said, highly addictive, but effective.
Aye. Perfect. And effective.
Right.
Good.
What exactly does it do, Doc? I mean, what are we looking at here? Are we enhanced abilities? Is there magic involved with this?
Right. Well, and she takes you over to the table, and you see little sample Advil liquid gels, is what I'm going to call them here, and and she's that's what they are, and we all know what that is in this world. We all know what an Advil liquid gel is. So she picks them up and she's like, what it's going to do is target some sort of innate ability that you possess and enhance it tenfold for a matter of minutes, depending on how many that you take. And then you can't really stop coming back for more.
Quick release.
Right.
Aye. Good.
And how many do we have here?
We have enough to sell at the rate that we expect. We have enough to sell for about a month.
Oh, good. So we have plenty here. It looks like we got enough. Enough is good. Are there any just lying about, in scales or something, or in an Advil liquid gel, child-proof or halfling-proof cap? Is there something that? Because Flinrich is going to take a couple, and by a couple I mean 2 dozen, not in jest, just keep on his person.
Okay.
They would
right now.
Definitely be little baggies and stuff sitting on the table and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna take this little baggie right here.
You're not going to take that, are you?
Careful.
I'm going to possess it. No, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
You said it's safe though, just addictive. But I mean, I have no reason.
addictive.
Highly addictive, right? I mean,
you don't want to fall into that rabbit hole.
right? Who would want to fall down that rabbit hole? Of course. Sound logic, Captain. So,
anyway, so I've got some contacts that I think will help us distribute as well. So hopefully we will not have to get our hands dirty.
Really? Who are they?
Well, as you know, I was working with the Black Viper here, and we had some test subjects who were very interested in being involved, and so I thought, hey, maybe we can use them for sending things out. So I have all their contact information. I just wanted to run that by you first, but they've already been here. They've already tried the product. There's nothing more that we would need to hide from them. They are pretty much in the know of everything, so I don't think we need to worry about being exposed anymore. So I figured if there's people on there that already know about things, we should at least have them on the payroll and, you know, threaten to destroy them if they decide to turn.
Who else are we paying?
Well, I guess maybe on the payroll is just a term. Maybe we'll pay them in a few a week. They're very addicted. I told you. They were the ones who tested it.
Aye. So they'll be paying us. Good. Perfect. Love it. Well, by the way, we need to break in to a small vault.
And she looks over at Flinrich, like,
Not a big
if he
deal.
looks calm or not.
Flidrich looks cool as the other side of the pillow. He is as mellow as you've seen him ever. His eyes are dancing over the beautiful aqua blue-green glow of the Advil liquid caps. He is thinking of many different things. The empire of drugs, not one of them. This vault does not concern him at this point.
Okay, so where is the vault, and why do we need to break into it?
Higher powers, you see. Not necessarily anything that I need, but it's something I owe.
Okay. And so what's the problem with breaking into it? Is it hard? Is it
It's Xanathar.
Ramsey like pushes her like glasses up and just like rubs her eyes for a little bit, and she's like, and we definitely need whatever's in there. We can't go without it.
It's not necessarily for me, like I said. It's something greater. You know, the all kraken, the tentacles in every corners of the world.
The Omni-Kraken.
You know.
The Omni-Shambles.
Okay, so do we need to do that now, today?
Well, I hope to get it done as sooner than later. I don't like to have my debts hang in time, you see.
Okay, and so you haven't already tried?
Nah. No, we just got back from our contact.
Okay. Well, then I suggest that we go get as close as we can so we can get an idea of what we're working with here, and then come up with a better plan of how we're going to actually get inside.
Wonderful. Glenridge, you all right?
Absolutely. 100%. He has taken another baggie and put it about his person.
It's just
you
scooping
with
up
us?
drugs.
You with us here?
Yep.
Hi.
Oh, to the bitter end. Yes, of course.
What was I just talking about?
The vault.
Hi.
He's good.
All right.
Was I?
Very well. Let's make our way and figure out how to crack such.
Crack.
Yeah,
We can
crack.
We gotta crack into this vault. I got you. It was a good one. All right.
He kind of like looks at you like he's glad you picked up on the joke that he was trying to make, though his delivery was awful. Yeah.
That's
You
like
got
my
it.
favorite day of my life.
All right, guys.
Oh
God.
Yeah, so whatever my name is, Captain Bromley starts to he walks out the front. He's like, he kind of breezed through the area. A lot more pep in his step since the last time you've seen him, Ramsey. And yeah, he just kind of walks through, breezes over everything, gives it like a quick inspection, and then as he talks about the vault and everything, he just kind of makes his way out the door.
Okay. Everyone following? Okay. So, whereabouts are you gonna head to, Captain Bromley? Are you
I was gonna
heading
fast
straight
travel.
to the? You're gonna fast travel to the vault?
Yeah.
You haven't been to
Yeah.
that location before, so you can't.
Ah, crap. All right, you're right. All right.
Can we get a stagecoach or a train to the closest one before we hit the?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Shit. Sorry. I don't know where to go.
So if you want, you know where it is. You know
As
where
soon
the
as I
Xanathar-
want. Do I?
Yeah, you know where the Xanathar Guild is. You have been there once before with Lucas Blackfire.
Right. That whole encounter. Okay.
So you know where you
make
know that
my
the vault
way.
is below there somewhere. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna make my way in that direction. Out of game, myth hopes someone stops us, but that's where.
Somebody stop me.
Somebody stop Bromley. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over there.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
And once again, he's very confident. Once again, he is very confident. I'm not, but he's very confident. So he's just gonna saunter towards Xanathar, and just try to get some information on the way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're walking through the streets of Waterdeep, Flynn would saddle up next to Ramsey, and he'd have one of the pills up, kind of looking into the light. And so, is there like liquid? Actually, like, do you break these, or do you like you put them in your mouth, or how do you take them?
It's glass.
Why? You better not.
Glass.
Answer all my questions.
It must be rectally then, right now. I mean, how do I take care of it?
Yeah, both.
Oh my god. So Ramsey like looks over and she's like, no, it's not. It is wrapped in this substance that will dissolve once ingested. So yes, there's liquid inside. No, you don't have to break it. You can take it with water or solid foods, or you could try to swallow it dry.
Can you break it? Like, if whatever inside gets on you and absorbs into you, does that still work?
I wouldn't imagine so. I think it would be dispersed too much, and
You probably don't know. It would probably have some kind of effect, you'd imagine, but like you don't know
it might
exactly
do
what it might do.
something. Like you can easily break it. You could squeeze it. You could put a needle into it and get it out, but I didn't really test it that way.
Could you mix it with ink and tattoo yourself and be awesome?
Forever. Could you mix it with my night cream? Anti-aging and a superhero.
Right.
Yeah, so as you're talking too, he's taking these things out of the bag and like putting one in his dress shirt pocket, one in his like front right pocket, front left pocket. Like he's just putting them all over. You see him like rolling one up in the sock of his boot. He's just as you're talking. All right, you can with a needle. All right, and until one entire bag has been secreted about his dress.
Flintridge, do you mind explaining why you're wearing like 15 pills now?
I just want to make sure that, easy access. If they're in the bag, they're in one place. All your pills in one basket, so to speak. Here, I'm diversifying. My portfolio is me.
Okay.
It's a marvelous idea. I should probably start doing the same.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, Rancey's never been in this game. She doesn't know. I guess drug dealers just have them all over. I don't know.
Right.
And she's also like, Flintridge is a halfling. He's not recovering that much surface area by having them dispersed all over rather than inside the bag, so I guess it's fine.
Diversifying your portfolio is smart. I mean, like,
right. It's the same thing as filing your taxes. You file the taxes and you diversify your portfolio. Just don't pay. Right.
Speaking of which, welcome to 2019, everybody.
That's tax season in the UK.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
all right, so yeah, that's just walking happening.
Bombshell reminding us we have to pay our taxes.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys head on over to the Xanathar Guild. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since we played. So I'll give you a reminder of a couple of people that maybe you might want to talk to that could be useful to you.
Yep.
So you got a friend. His name is Dernan, and he's at the Yawning Portal, and he knows a lot of things. And he's someone you gotta trust. There
I was
is
thinking about that gnome guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Schemo Weirdbottle is also a guy who knows a lot of stuff and is also, cool to deal with. And then thirdly, there are your friends with the Drow, and Ramsey's recently had an encounter with them, and the Drow band are still sort of on your side. So those are a couple of options I present that maybe you want to go talk to them before you wanted to just dive into the vault itself. But that's totally up to you guys.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking about going to Schemo. Really, it came down to me going to Xanathar and then going, hopefully someone stops me because I have a better idea now. And yeah, I'm going to probably go to... I probably stop and go, hold on.
Don't we know of the Dark Elves, aye?
Your friends, as he kind of points to Ramsey.
Can't we go to them? Aren't they in on this?
It's sort of a complicated relationship I've learned recently. They're sort of, don't call us, we'll call you. Don't come to us, we'll come to you. I have been petitioning for some sort of signal of some sort so we can say it and they come then rather than just hoping that they'll be there without... but honestly, they haven't let me down yet. I'm not going to lose hope now. I think now is when we need it the most. So if we need them, they'll be there. Cling to that.
So don't go to them.
No. Bad idea.
Aye.
Bromley turns on his heel and then goes a different direction. And goes,
right. What about Weirdbottle? You think he'd be down to help?
He's been a bit of a problem since we started, but
that's why I'm thinking the same. Let's get a drink.
And I turn on my heel again and make my way to another direction, and I waddle. I saunter very much like Jack Sparrow towards the Tavern of the Yawning Portal.
Okay. Good.
I was just going to say,
Okay.
if we were going to meet at the Yawning Portal, Flinrich would say, "Hey, why don't you all go on ahead? I can easily take a look here at the Xanathar building and maybe see exactly how they're getting into the vault, maybe potential entrances and exits, and just, that's something that we can do by ourselves until we figure out if we need backup or anything." So that's okay with you all, I mean.
Aye, good work. Yeah. Well, we'll come back with you, Flitney. We'll go talk to, what was his name? Dennis.
Dernan. Dennis?
Aye.
Whatever works for you, man.
Aye.
So you guys are going to the Yawning Portal, and Flinrich will go and just kind of case the joint for Xanathars.
We're going to speed run this. I hear if you go to the
Let's
Yawning
split
Portal.
a three-person party.
Woo!
Woo!
This makes me very nervous. We just got back together a couple minutes ago.
I'm going to stay here.
Well, thanks for the drugs. I'll see you.
You shouldn't be going by yourself. Then maybe someone should at least go with you.
He just, over his shoulder, it's all right. He walks off.
He's a good lad.
What a good friend of ours.
Okay, well, I hope we didn't just send him to his death.
I think he's far from it. He can hold his own.
All right, so you two step into the Yawning Portal, and don't think for another moment, don't dwell on what Flinrich may be doing. You step inside to the warm hearth and glow of the tavern. You see your old friend Derna, the big mustachio gentleman, sleeves rolled up, and he looks over. Ah, Captain Ramsey, good to see you again.
Dernan.
Can I get you someone a drink?
Hi. Yes, a drink. You?
Yeah.
You want a drink? Ramsey?
Yeah, just the same thing. Same.
Aye. I'll take what?
Yeah.
I'll take the same.
He slams down 2 drinks onto the table and pushes them across. So, is there anything else I can help you with? It's a little early for a drink.
Aye.
How does the bar look right now? Is it like no one's there? Couple people?
It's it's
it light
quiet.
crowd?
It's light crowd. Let's say, yeah.
Okay.
Got a question for you. And it's probably not for public ears. So I don't know how to approach you about it. Or when.
Why don't we have
You
a
let
chat
me
in the
know.
back room?
Aye.
And I saunter over to the back room, and I hold
Yeah,
the door
the
for
two-
Ramsey. I don't even know if you got up yet, but I'm holding the door. And
Yeah, I'm
just
still
suggesting
following.
it.
I'm following, just
Okay.
very cautiously. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on.
Right. That's true. Yeah, and I've also been very.
Do I take
cryptic
my
about
drink? Yeah.
it. Right.
Drink.
Take the drink.
Yeah, really creepy. Okay, yeah. As we go in, I kind of like close the door behind. I go,
I'm on a bit of a... Got a bit of a job here. There's a
Okay.
small possession being held by Xanathar. And we need to get it. Thing
Okay.
is in a vault.
That
need
makes it a
info.
little trickier.
What do you know of what we're looking at here? And I know that you may not need to be the one who says it, and I get that.
Well, you didn't hear
But
it
we're
from
willing
me.
for whatever. Aye.
Well, first thing you need to know is if you're gonna get inside the vault, then you either need to be a fool or incredibly brave. or maybe a combination of the two. It's deadly. Very few people ever speak of having returned from the vault, and those that do are scarred beyond belief and then hunted down by the Xanathar Guild afterwards. What I do know is that there are several floors to the vault. 4 floors. 5 floors, in fact. 5 floors in total. Each one more deadly than the last. The place is a maze. Traps, creatures, and at the very bottom said lies the Xanathar himself. What I do know, though, is that getting to it shouldn't be too difficult. It's just getting out of it that will be. I've got a friend who's discreet, and if you have the coin, I can get passes for you into the guild itself. And it's just a matter of finding the entrance. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Hey, but if we leave, we're also dead. So if you get in, you could die, most likely, and if you leave, you'll be hunted.
Most likely, yes. Especially if they know who you are. Of course, a clever individual may look to disguise themselves, either with mundane means or perhaps magical ones.
Right.
That way, they see someone going in, and someone else going out.
That's very useful information. Very useful. Very well.
So if you have some coin, I can get you some passes to get you inside. But once you're in there, well, you're on your own. Getting out, if you've got some kind of magic that can teleport you out of there, or, I don't know, just a quick legs, maybe.
We'll think of something. Need not to mention any more. I don't want you to risk what you've already said. Hi,
this is, and as he kind of makes his way out the door, he goes, "What a wonderful back room. You have beautiful stores, as well as, I think the casks seem to be full, which is great, and I was wondering where you were getting those, but now I know, so thank you." And I make my way back to the bar, and then I finish my drink, and then I make my way out the door.
Okay. Once outside, what do you and Ramsey do?
So we need to make money. You got some stuff on you?
Not as much as Flynrich, but I have some.
Well, then we gotta find Flynrich. So we gotta start peddling that stuff. So we can then get in there. Aye. Well, where do we go?
And we could also, making something to disguise ourselves is easy. We can do that.
Oh, you could do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Wonderful. Well, then okay, so disguising is great. We can do that going in. I was thinking if we do it going out, therefore, if they're hunting someone, they'll be hunting the false person. So I think we'll be fine on the way out. Know what I mean? Are we on the same page?
Yeah, like Ramsey's looking up and like calculating.
Yeah.
That is an excellent idea and very achievable. I think that's the plan that we go with.
Wonderful, wonderful. I thought I lost you there. I didn't know what you were doing with your fingers. It seemed that you were calculating something very well. Hi.
The drink was stronger than I expected. It's the middle of the day, and
Right. Better start drinking like me.
And he stumbles.
Oh god. So next step here is we're going to go find Flynrich.
Aye, we gotta find Flynrich, make as much coin as we can, bring it back to Durnan. Well, at least that's what I'm planning here. And then get these passes, whatever those are, into the vault.
I see. Alright. And then I will get something that can disguise us all within the means of seconds, and then that will be our escape.
Aye, perfect.
Alright. So he went, she's like disoriented. She's like, that way?
Aye. Very well.
Great. Yeah.
All right.
And then we fast travel to to Flintridge.
Yeah, you fast travel to Flintridge. So, Flintridge, where have you gone with all your drugs?
We have gone to the Xanathar
I
building.
named
Yeah, and he's doing what he said. He's actually casing the joint, just seeing if there's any entrances or exits that don't seem to be the front door. Because when we were inside there, at that point we didn't see anything that led down. It looked like one flat level when we were in. We had gone to see him, so he's looking for something that would be subterranean access or even like exterior building, kind of like a storm cellar opening, something like that.
Right. So there's no entrance to a cellar from the outside, but you do notice that there are regular shipments of large barrels and containers which are like being rolled in, presumably to some kind of cellar or basement. You don't know what's in these barrels. They look like they've got some kind of stamp on them of approval from the Waterdeep guard, but most likely there's some kind of illicit goods that they're bringing in and out of here. And once inside, they disappear. But certainly these carriers who are bringing them in are from the docks and wearing sort of like dockside uniforms, and they are bringing in barrels within the guild itself.
Okay. Does he see any familiar faces? Does he see our buddy that had us sign like 18 contracts or anything like that?
Lucas Blackfire isn't around at the moment, at least not from the outside. You don't see him go in or out.
Okay. Is it the same if he's hanging out there for say an hour? The people that are delivering the barrels and then presumably leaving again, are they returning? Is it the same delivery people?
It is, yeah. If you were to follow them, which you can probably do, given the time that you have, it takes you back to a warehouse from which they are coming in and out of, and it reads Shipley and Sons. Is the name of the company.
Shipley and Sons. Is there a lot of activity here? Is it like a traditional warehouse that's open and, freight coming in from the ship and then going out into the building or the city? Or
you would say it all looks above board from the outside. The only thing that would denote maybe some suspicion is that it has a fair amount of guards who aren't like city guards, but they're like there's some bouncers and some bruisers. Who seem to be like keeping an eye on anyone that gets too close.
Okay, so like private security is in play here,
right? Yeah.
Is there any roof access to a nearby warehouse that Flintridge could, like second story?
Yeah, give me like a perception check. Yeah.
Sure. That is going to be a 15.
That is good, yeah. You spot a nearby warehouse. It's currently empty, at least at this time. And you could have access, like roof access from there. You'd have to make a jump, a fairly substantial jump, or attach a rope, but it could be done.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and climb up. Or, if there's some type of ladder, that would be preferable, but
yeah,
you could ascend to the roof of the other building.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an athletics check.
I heard you say acrobatics? Was that?
I'd allow an acrobatics, yeah, why not?
All right, 15 to modifier, so another 15. Or acrobatics would be a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you swiftly find yourself on the top of the roof of this warehouse. So many people are going around that no one's really noticed you, especially if you're like laying low. What would you like to do?
Can he move over onto the roof of the other the Shipley and Sons, and see if he can't, look for roof access, a skylight, something that would be kind of a way inside and internal entrance into the building?
Yeah. If you wanna, how do you want to get over? Do you want to like jump over from one building to the other, or do you want to like attach a rope and shimmy over?
Well, because we all knew this was coming, he is going to pop an Advil liquid gel, see what happens, and then make his jump.
Oh boy, that's a terrifying thing to do.
It turns to lead and
roll me a D100.
Okie dokie. $42.
I did not
42.
see this coming. I thought you were going to sell those all like a good little boy. All those drugs.
Okay. Yeah. So it's actually funny. You said he turned to lead. He's like the outside of your skin starts to turn sort of like an irony kind of color, and indeed texture. And when you kind of like feel your hands, they're like crunching. It's not like it's weighing you down or anything. You feel as light as you were before, but it's like you've got like a stone skin or like a metal skin on the outside of you as a protective barrier.
So I'm Colossus now.
Yes. Yes,
I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, let's make that jump. I'm feeling froggy now.
All right. Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you're feeling.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that acrobatics. That is a 17 plus 5. It's a 22. 22.
Ooh, 22 is gonna do it. Yeah. So you quickly jump from one building to the other, and you're on top of it. And you can like see through the slats in the roofing down below, and you can see that these guys are shipping a little bit more than just like ale or fish or whatever. Amongst the big containers of like jelly deals and fish that they're putting in, you also see them putting in bags of something heavy enough that you would expect to be coin. Like heavy bags of coin that they're putting in amongst these jelly deals, as well you would suspect is a safe way to get these down, get the money down into the vault, and probably so that they don't have to tax the money. It's laundering and vault holding in one.
Nice.
It's a lot of gold. It's a lot of they may be filing, but they may be filing incorrectly.
Right.
They may be hiding money from the tax
okay.
man.
All right.
In this vault.
The tax.
This is literally coming from an offshore account. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So is there like a big, wherever they're taking the money to put into like the pickled herring and pickled eels and stuff like that, is there like a almost like a Brinks truck, some type of like armored wagon or something that they're housing the gold before they kind of secret it away?
Yeah, it's coming in basically an armored stagecoach, I guess. Two like heavy horses pull it along. It looks like it's fairly well protected as well. There's two guards who are in front of the stagecoach with the horses. And then there are the other sort of heavies who are around in the area keeping an eye on it. So it looks like a fairly clean operation. They must have been doing this for a while,
Okay. The other thing I'm going to look for is an eye in the sky. Is there one of those arcane, like, camera things up top that we had in our warehouse that, the eye in the sky?
Surveillance orb.
There is a surveillance orb, which is like almost like directly below you, I guess, because you're on top of the roof. And it's it's a literal eye, which is like squinting around like Sauron's eye,
Cool.
surveying all that it sees.
Okay. I look around for Samwise. He is not there. So
Ryan, get over it.
Pants.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's probably an easy way to turn it off.
Yeah, since I'm above it, yeah. But the last thing I'm going to look at is when they're loading the gold into the barrels, is there a constant security presence? I'm assuming the gold's under observation, but like the barrels of the pickled eels and everything, are they constantly being looked at, or are they just kind of slopped up, stuff dropped in, hammered tight, and then?
It doesn't look like they're expecting any trouble. It's not like everything is under constant watch. There are times where people look away and have a conversation with one another, and they're talking, and then they go back to the barrels. No one's been looking at them for, maybe 30 seconds. The window isn't huge, but they're relaxed. They're not like they're on high security. They're expecting someone to suddenly break in. They're aware that obviously they're dealing with high quality goods, but the Xanathars are, they're not expecting someone to come murder them in the middle of the day.
Okay. And then the very, very last thing, this group of security personnel and laborers that are doing all of this, do they have what would be like a craft service? Is there a refreshment area, fresh water for them to drink? Just some place to take care of themselves should they require refreshment after a hard day's working with pickled herring and moving gold?
Yeah, there's a let's say it's a water barrel of clean water.
Like a communal water barrel?
Yeah, you get like a cup from it or whatever. Maybe it's more like a trough, but yeah.
It's open?
Yeah.
Like you just come up and...
Yeah, you go and scoop
really
some water out. It's probably like... well, actually, this is fantasy, so I probably don't even need to mix it with beer. But yeah, it's like, clean water, I guess.
Good to know.
Drugs, Advil-sized containers.
Yeah, I'm toying with the idea, but I got to go check in with my mates first to see exactly what we want to do. But I'm going to put a pin in that little idea.
Yeah.
And we'll be back soon. So he's going to retrace his steps and head back towards the outside of the Xanathar Guild to await the arrival of his friends.
Okay. So you guys will find Flinrich, as he promised, outside of the Xanathar Guild.
What was that?
Oh,
Hi,
sorry, did I break
friends.
up? Yeah, you
We're
find
back?
Flinrich. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Philip, there you are. What did you get? How much you sell?
Did it what?
How much did you sell?
I sold one.
And how much?
The guy seemed kind of shady. I got 5 gold out of it. I'm sure he'll be
All
back.
right. Well, he better be, right? Ramsey, he'll be back.
I can almost guarantee it.
Good. So we gotta get enough coin to get us into the vault. I have a contact. Remember Durnan? He says he could get us in, but we will have to be the ones to get us out. We also need the money to get us in.
We need money to get in?
We ought to pay him so he could get us in.
How much does he need?
I'd
Some
put it at a
coin,
couple
I'd
hundred
say.
gold. Yeah, a couple hundred gold will do it.
Well, I know where we can get some gold, and coincidentally, it's from Xanathars. I followed these guys that are bringing the pickled eels and the foodstuffs into the Xanathar Guild here. Well, they're using it to kind of smuggle in the gold, which I presumably is going into the vault that we want to get into. Now, before you told me about Durnan's plan, I thought we could secret ourselves in these barrels, but that seems messy. If there's a way to just get in without having to be covered in pickled eel, bonus. But they have money there, big armored stagecoach. They wouldn't miss like a bag. Well, they probably would, but a bag would be a couple hundred gold for us, and then probably wouldn't slow down the operation. They just think one of their own people stole it.
Right. Well, it's up to you. Ramsey, what do you think? Which one do you like better? We got choices.
Well, well, if we start selling now, I mean that we're going to have to do that at some point anyway, and we'll already have customers. We'll already have we should probably have a different word than addicts. But maybe that will give us a head start. Maybe
careful
that's
throwing around the A word, but
yeah.
Right.
Maybe a
I'd rather
two
use the
birds
C
with
word.
one stone scenario.
No. Right. So, couple things. The pills, they dissolve, If we go into the barrel of pickled herring, then I'm worried about whoever carries all those pills. Because they'll
don't
be
be.
swimming.
Oh, do we
What?
know? Is he still metal?
The effects wear off after about a minute, so he wouldn't be.
Okay. Have we just been role playing like Colossus this whole time?
It's probably like a super intense high where like Flintridge has had it. You have it like really powerfully, and then there's a sort of like dull, like throb in the back of your head, and like maybe parts of your your hands still have that effect, but it's not really. Yeah, it's negligible.
But man, do you want to do that again?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Right, so the thing is here, we could try to weasel ourselves into one of those barrels and be brought literally inside the vault with the gold, or closer to the vault. I don't think they're going to be storing the foodstuffs in the gold vault, but we'll see. Or we could just find some gold there, or we could earn some gold and pay off Durnan to get us in. I'm all right with any. We just have to go soon.
right. So we can sell. The doc makes a good point. We get an infrastructure of customers. You know, we got to make sure that we don't pop up on some other, dealer's radar and have to deal with some like low-level street shit. And then we can go to the warehouse and steal a bag of gold there, which holds its own risks, of course. Totally up to you all. I'm good with either. We're gonna have to stop back at our warehouse at some point, to pick up more product. We should probably have more product on us, but that's my only. Just make sure we have a lot on us.
Aye.
So I guess out of character, we can just be like, "What do we want to do?" Because I have no idea.
Yeah, you got a clear choice. You go and steal it, or you go and sell it. No.
Right. I guess stealing it could be more fun.
I mean, I'm good with either. Especially like we have to think that we, I guess we weren't planning on selling it ourselves. If we're gonna get like
Right.
other people who like it wouldn't matter if they got busted, it would be totally fine. And we also
The interns.
the interns too. They can get busted. That's totally fine. And we need like a
There are
price.
currently corpses in this vault, aren't they? Aren't they currently like asphyxiated corpses are in
Something
here?
like that.
You
Yeah.
saved the kids. You saved the kids. They're safe.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like 2 months ago now, but I'm pretty sure your deal with Lucas Blackfire, like you made sure the interns were fine. You haven't seen them, but like
Right. He
But
said he
I'm
saved them,
fine.
but he had that person from what was it called? The Ravine, the assistant manager Janice or whatever her name was. Wasn't she
Yeah.
like awful?
Yeah.
And she was like torturing them and stuff.
Janice
So,
was torturing them. Yeah.
Right.
Right. I forgot that she
That was
was
Janice.
Janice. Classic Janice. All right.
Let's steal it.
So, yeah.
All right.
Let's,
I mean, what do we think? If it disrupts the operation and then we can't just walk in using Durnan's papers, that's going to be a problem. But it shouldn't, right? This is Waterdeep.
right.
Stuff happens. You got to keep making money. You can't. Show must go on. So
Yeah, I think
Right.
we steal, and then I mean we've got. I don't think going into the vault is a business expense, what it comes down to. I think that is more of a personal. Bromley needs to get something for the god that he is now devout to. So I think, I think it's.
There is also a ton of money down
should,
there, you know, like
right. So I think we try to get in without using any of the family's funds, and we just use their funds, so we can get in.
Okay, that's right. And if Red Dead Redemption 2 has taught us anything, all we have to do is just cover our faces, and they'll have no idea who we are. So as long as we just from here down, no matter that we're a drow, a halfling, and Johnny Depp, they're going to have no idea who we are. We're faces covered. Wanted, perfect. But we don't know who.
Smart criminals.
All right then. So it's going to be stealing some money from the Xanathar Guild at the Shipley and Sons warehouse. So Flimrich can take you back. We're going to make you roll to get back up the ladder again. But you will have to make a jump if you want to jump, from the top of the roof, the Shipley warehouse onto the Xanathar one. So you're on the top of the Shipley warehouse. You've got the same operation you see outside. There's the armored car, basically, with several heavies around. There's the water barrel, which looks open. Occasionally, someone will go get a cup from it. There is the other barrels of jelly deals and herrings, which they're also putting big bags of money into, and it is in these barrels that they then take and they then roll the barrels up to the Xanathar Guild's door. So it's not like it's far away. So that's the operation that you've got. The only time that the barrels are unseen is when someone pauses to have a conversation with one another for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute at most. There are places to hide within the warehouse itself, behind other barrels, or around corners, that kind of thing, in darkness. So that's what you've got going. If you were to guess, the bags of money themselves have several hundred, maybe even 1,000 gold pieces in them each, because these guys are laundering just a ton of money every single day. So one bag is probably all you would need.
Where's the eye in the sky?
The eye in the sky is right at the top of the warehouse. So you could, if you were on the where Flimrich was before, on the warehouse itself, put a bag over it or something like that. Presumably, there's some kind of signal that may go out, but you're not sure.
Okay, and that's on the roof. I'm picturing it. If it was a church, it would be where the steeple is. So the front,
right?
The front
yeah.
Peak. Okay. And that's probably very obvious that it's there.
Yep. Could I ask an out of a meta question, because we haven't been together for a while? What powers are we looking at spell-wise from Ramsey and Bromley? Bromley, I know you've experienced some changes, so I didn't know what we were dealing with as far as our smorgasbord of violence that we could employ here.
Yeah, what's our level? I don't even know what level we're at.
We're third. We're acting like badasses, and we're third level.
All right,
you guys are pretty.
All right, good.
It's been 10 weeks, so yeah, third level. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I've got mostly sickness and disease stuff. I've got Thunderwave, which is fun, and Disguise Self, which we're gonna use when we get in there. I'm looking. I mean, I'll just go through the list. I've got Produce Flame, Stabilize the Dying, and Dancing Lights. And then I've got Disguise Self, Cure Wounds, Purify Food and Drink, Disease, Inflict Wounds, and Rave Sickness, and Thunderwave.
Word.
As far as spells. And drugs that make you better at all of them.
Right.
If we're going to get that risky.
I have Frostbite, Gust, True Strike, Infestation, which is little crabs. Ice Knife, Mage Armor, and Thunderwave. And if I deal any cold or lightning damage, I can force push the opponent, so I can push people as a cantrip.
Okay.
And do damage.
So with that, then I'm a rogue. I can rogue, but
Rouge.
With those, yes, with those magic at our disposal, magic and alchemical purposes at our disposal. There's two ways we can go about this. We can just sneak in and steal it. We can try to cause mass pandemonium by poisoning them. Ramsey has a couple things that would definitely play into all of that. Or we can just spike it with, cause all of them to become the Avengers for like 10 minutes
Right.
or a minute. You know?
Adventures.
Right. So what do we want to the trick is it only lasts for a minute, and if we have somebody go over and drink, you know, they're going to change, but everybody else will be like, what the hell's wrong with you? And then we need everybody to go in there, and within like a minute or two, everyone, you know, oh, we've got a 5-minute break. Everybody smoke and drink and do whatever you want. So is there a way that we can kind of force them to be like, hey, much like in an office building when somebody says, oh, the boss walks out and everybody goes to the water cooler to get something to drink and talk. How can we generate the water cooler moment here at Warehouse Xanathar?
You gotta tell them.
out-of-game
It's gotta be
suggestion.
like pretzel day in the office where it's not water. We tell them it's beer or something, and we're like, it's free
Right.
beer day. Test it out.
Pretzels will make them thirsty. So that also could work. But we need pretzels.
Just feed them pretzels.
Well,
Just rain them from on high. Just pretzels
Cart.
from the sky.
Just a sunken pirate pushing a food cart. Yar! It's pretzel day.
Pretzel day.
Day.
Every day is pretzel day.
Yar.
The pretzel pirates here. Everyone.
Yar. Pretzel, salty pretzel Pete. Oh man! All right,
Pirates
so
of Pennsylvania.
it is so silly. I think how we would do that would be somehow distract the eye, or to turn off the eye, because they're probably doing work because someone higher above, who literally, is also watching them. So if they're goons and thugs, they probably don't care so much about doing the hard labor as much for getting paid. So if we turn off the camera, then maybe they'll. Maybe something will happen. I am also very curious.
Flynn, why don't you take one of those
Yeah.
those pills and you toss it in that?
And I point at the I point with my nose towards the Sauron eye.
The eye. I will, but
I want to see that now, but I have no idea. Yeah.
it might alert if they all of a sudden the eye goes, you know, what was that? It looks like a pill. There's somebody on the roof, and then we got a problem.
Right. But then, not sure how the addiction would work towards it.
But I was thinking then if it's drawn towards needing it,
Then maybe it'll be distracted. But then again, I don't know how those things work.
Well, I go back to this. We have these wonderful pills at our disposal, and the doc here said that you can prick them with a needle, and we're not real sure what would happen if it gets under the skin, which I like. Either nothing happens or something really great happens. So what if we cover? I'll sneak down there. The doc can sneak down there. She can be a doc worker. You know, she can do her disguise self thingy. We can spike the water, and we can smear along some of the barrels that are being picked up, or the lids. So when these guys grab them with their bare hands and start, you know, in their little
They'll get
line
bare
where they're
hands.
moving, they'll get barrel hands. And as it gets passed up to them, if we contaminate them quickly, they're in a line here, you know, barrel from here to here to here to here, and then all of them touch it, and then within 10 seconds, you know, boom, the Avengers, or
Wow.
a carnival, or an explosion.
Aye.
Or-
But also, what do we do about that? We do all of that. That's going to see.
Well, yeah, but if the doc is disguised selfed, they'll just see a doc worker do something to a barrel, and it won't look like anything. They'll be investigating a barrel, which isn't out of the ordinary for a warehouse. And then that barrel will be picked up by guy A, handed to B, handed to C, handed to D, handed to E, and then presumably 10 seconds later, either nothing or something great's going to happen.
Aye. All right. What do you need me to do?
You got a needle.
Ramsey looks like super nervous, but she's like nodding and like sweating a little bit. And, like,
Hold on.
And as my fingers in the air, you see off of like his gross ass fingernail, an icicle starts to form.
I
Give me
It's creepy. That's creepy, Brom, but okay.
And he pokes the side of it with his weird ass finger sickle. His nail sickle.
What we'll fashion a bit of a device. What I'm sure that Ramsey, I know that you have like dishes and vials and stuff that you've had on you before. If you have any of those clean, we'll just kind of put in enough into a vial so you've got enough to be able to walk up there and kind of just pour it over the barrel in the hand grip area. And when they grab and move, you know, they'll get bearskin contact, and we're gonna Coney Island these guys. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
That's where we electrocute them. Right?
I'll definitely have some that are
right. Yeah,
like
exactly. Right, guys.
Like you're
World's
whipping
fair
out
to them.
on a belt, and there we go. I guess this is happening. Here it is happening.
So yeah, as Flynn finishes all of it, puts it into the vial and kind of stoppers it, and for whatever reason shakes it. All right, here you go, Doc. If you can turn into a dock worker, we'll watch from here. And if things go awry, then we'll come down and help. Your job's not to stick around. Smear it around the barrel that's next in line and skip to Malou. And then we'll sit back and watch what happens. And as soon as it happens, we'll come down. I don't care if the eye in the sky sees me. I'm going to have my handkerchief up. No one's going to know it's me. And as I come down, and I'm going to grab me a couple of them bags that haven't gone in yet as these guys are exploding or flying or floating or blowing up from the inside out. And then I'll grab a couple of them. And Brom, you can pull me back up. I'll go down Mission Impossible style. Yeah, right?
How are you getting down? What? Wait, what?
There was a skylight, wasn't there? You said that I was looking through the slats and there was a skylight just below the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I need to get a rope ready. Oh, okay.
I've got one. Don't worry. I've got... I always look like I'm carrying nothing, but, you know, with a burglar pack. Here's my 50 foot of silken rope. Right. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Very well.
So, quick run through of the plan, just to hit the bullet points. Go.
Doc turns into a dock worker using just...
Yep.
Doc turns into dock worker using disguise self. Doc walks up to the next barrel in line in the barrel Congo, like handoff conveyor belt type system. She's going to smear using the extricated liquid drug around the barrel, so when it's picked up and moved, it'll get all over the skin surface of the dock workers. While then we sit and wait. Something might happen, nothing might happen. If something glorious happens, I, with my burglar mask, I'm going to descend via Tom Cruise from the top, being lowered by Brom. I'm going to grab 2 bags of gold, which should be 2,000 gold, or however many I can put on myself, and then Brom's going to pull me back up. I mean, it's foolproof.
Perfect. That is
not
so...
a la Tom Cruise via Tom Cruise.
They say the best plans are the simplest ones. So yes, make the Tom Cruise movie. All right, then. So Ramsey, you disguise self, and you're turning yourself into like a dock worker, similar sort of uniforms that these guys are wearing.
Casual.
Like a dock worker, or one of them.
Oh god, I think maybe just like I'll take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of inspiration here and there.
You just look like an amalgamation of all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my shirt. That's my pants. That's my nose. Right.
Hold on. You're not one of us. You aren't original at all.
You're the same model as all of us. You got the same face.
You're not a snowflake? Right.
Listen, we've all played Skyrim. When you walk into a bar, it's everybody with different hair.
It's like the same set of 3 people everywhere.
You, horse thief. I used to be an adventurer like you. Hey, that's crazy.
Rorikstead.
Yeah.
All right, so
Rorikstead.
Rorikstead from Rorikstead. Anyway, let's stop getting onto Skyrim voice acting. And so you've turned yourself into a unique, but not too unique looking dock worker.
Exactly.
Um,
Foolproof.
and you head into the line to like hand off the next barrel. The guy sort of like hands off the barrel and looks up and is like, "Hey, do I know you?"
Ramsey like looks up like quickly and just shakes her head and doesn't say anything. Just like.
I hope it's still Ramsey's voice.
Keeps moving.
Roll me a deception check, yeah.
I'm not lying. You don't know me.
Same nose as Tom. That's weird.
Hang on, I'm going. 20.
It's pretty damn good. The guy's like, "Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I don't know you," and like hands the
Yeah,
barrel.
don't know you at all.
Yeah, you're the guy I don't know. And he hands the barrel off to you. What happens next?
I don't know you. Here you go.
So,
they're not paid to think.
yeah, I'm guessing like Ramsey will put on some sort of maybe like a fingerless glove, like an emo fingerless glove, and like to get this into her palm without it making contact with her skin, just in case, because she doesn't even know what's about to happen. So yeah, she'll do that, and then like I guess maybe try and sleight of hand the bottle into it and like kind of pour it onto the handle.
Okay.
And then use her palm to distribute it to the next one as well.
Okay.
And then
Sleight of hand check is
No
going to
way.
be required, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, no.
Let us have it. Jeez, Will.
15.
Just let it happen. This DM, oh my god.
Jeez, am I right? Yeah.
Am I right? That's gonna do it. So you slip it off, and no one's noticed you do the slightly surreptitious act.
Cool. All right. Well then,
What's the next stage of the plan?
I don't even know
Well,
what my stage is. I'm just watching, I think, until I have to lower you in, I think.
That's
Right.
it. You and I are looking through the slats, just waiting to see if something happens now that the contaminated barrel has hit the line. It's being handed off and handed off and handed off, and so
yeah. I'm just
now
kinda,
it's just
like,
to sit back and
watching
see if it
at this
works.
It's gonna happen
point,
soon.
but like stay within the
Yeah,
motions
yeah.
of the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Which means, because she's still there, the gloves that she has on are going to contaminate the next barrel
Yeah, all of
to a
them.
lesser
Yep.
degree, the next
Yeah.
barrel, the next barrel. So these guys are getting jacked up with whatever's coming through.
All right, so I'm gonna roll a bunch of D100s because it's fun. For these guys.
Is there a table for drugs that you're looking at?
I am. Yeah, I'm using a table here. So
For
It's the
drugs.
rolling bad table.
so
Roll bad.
I'm gonna roll like twice for each. Let's say there's 3 of them on this line at the moment. I'll roll twice for for each of them, seeing as they're getting multiple barrels in here. So the first guy, his hair falls out. The next guy,
Is that a
Begins to-
superpower?
yeah,
Sweet.
boldness, the power of boldness.
I am an aerodynamic man.
Yeah, it's so streamlined. Cuts through the air.
Will Greg use it for good or evil?
Find out next time. On. This first guy, he's like his hair falls out, and then he starts to glow. He like glows bright in a 30-foot radius. So
So he's a
bright
ghoul.
that
He's
it,
Dr.
it
Manhattan.
blinds. It starts to blind everyone else around him. So that's fun.
Hey,
the
smooth skin, I don't
next-
know you.
The next guy, oh man, he starts to get bulging muscles, and he can also, and this isn't like you can't see this, but his eyes start getting super crazy, and he can see any invisible creature if he has line of sight on it. So he's starting to see on other dimensions of like existence right now. He's like getting jacked and like seeing stuff.
He's looking through to other planes. That's terrifying.
I see it
God.
all. I see it all.
Also see the plane of shadow.
What?
The next guy ages backwards, so he gets more youthful, and butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air around him. So
Adorable.
this guy's just getting really young, and then there's just like butterflies. This other guy's getting jacked, and he's like seeing into other dimensions. And the other guy's hair's falling out and blinding everyone else around him while it's just passing these barrels to one another.
Love it.
So is it safe to say there's chaos now in the...
Yeah, there is chaos right now, as
area.
the rest of, everyone's like, what the hell's going on? Like what's happening to me, man? I'm like, I feel great.
I feel so youthful.
Yeah, Flinrich is going to lower his goggles, and he's going to look back at Brom. Lower me.
Right.
We're not on the roof, right? We have to get there. We have to get to the place.
We're
that
on the
lowered
roof.
you?
We're on the roof looking
Yeah,
out.
we'll
oh,
stay
okay.
on the room now. You're going to have to toss me.
Right, before we do this, hold on.
And I go.
Give me one of those. Give me one of the pillows. Give me one of the pillows.
He pulls it out of his
Pulls out
collar.
his creepy ass hand. Yeah.
All right.
And I go over to the eye and I toss it into the eye and I go, now we can do it now. I'm hoping to distract the eye while we lower you in.
Right.
See,
I'm hoping
also,
the
I
eye
wanna
is
see what
blinded
happens to
by
that.
Dr. Manhattan down there, too.
Yeah, the eye looks like it's sort of like squinting hard, and like the eye is like streaming tears, while Flinrich is
It's casting create water right underneath it.
exactly. So you're lowering Flinrich down. Man, let's have Flinrich roll an acrobatics check while you're like
I'll roll
going on.
strength
'Cause he's
because I'm not that strong.
Okay,
also,
yeah.
what happens to the eye? I nothing. Maybe I just really want to know if anything does happen. If I was to toss a wild pill into it.
Oh, let's do that. Sorry, I must have missed that somewhere in the chaos.
That's right.
19. 19 for the acrobatics for Flynn.
Sweet. That's amazing. An eye appears on its forehead for the next minute, so another eye appears on top of the eye. The eye grows an eye. It's amazing. As it just begins
That
to.
was not what I wanted.
It's just like, it grows another eye for the next minute. Oh, that's amazing.
I got a 16
So,
for my strength.
nice. So Flinrich is down. You lower him down with your strength, which is going to work. And Flinrich is, with his acrobatics check, is in the place that he wants to be. Flinrich, what do you want to do?
I want to grab as many bags as I can, and then, like, bounce on the rope, which is the signal to pull me back up.
Right. So you got a choice.
Which we
One
didn't
bag-
discuss.
That's the part. I have
I
to
should let him go.
lift him and then also bags of gold.
It's a
so
simple plan. It's working flawlessly.
Flinrich, one bag is easy enough to carry. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy, but with two hands you can do it. If you wanted to take a second bag, it's going to be harder. You could do it, but it's going to make the check for Bromley to pick you up harder.
Let's do this. Since I am perfectly disguised, he is going to
Perfectly.
slip out of the harness that he is in, and he is going to attach his weight in gold bags to the harness. So he's just going to...
Okay.
And then you know how much you weigh. Kill
You know,
yourself.
you don't weigh yourself in gold bags?
Are you crazy?
I've been
That's the only
you,
way.
yes. It's like you've gained a satchel or two.
I lost a coin purse. Wow.
Wow.
Great.
You lose a couple purses? All right, so Flinrich,
I
you
can
can roll me
actually.
you can roll me a stealth check here, Flinrich, to go unseen while you do this.
I fall backwards on the roof, considering he just slipped out of the harness without any sort of notice.
That is a 19.
19 is enough to do it. So you tie several bags together. They haven't spotted you yet. It's only a matter of time. It's about a minute until these effects wear off. Bromley, you're going to have to make a strength check or an athletics check, in fact, to pull these up.
I'm gonna disadvantage myself.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not strong, and I can't. I don't know. 6.
Amazing.
The hell is wrong
It's you watch Flinrich as you're like about to make your getaway, and the bags of gold are not moving. You hear a kind of from above.
You hear it, yar, from above. A struggling yar.
Well, there's really only one thing to do here. No, I'm not going to do it. I was going to pop a couple pills, but I think that would be a monumentally terrible idea at this point.
I really thought you were about to do it.
I think
You probably should.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't have any.
Just
You
shake my
use them
hand. Shake my hand.
all. High five. Great work. Thanks. Ah!
Good job.
Let's see. I don't know if there's anything I can do to help out here. Okay, how about this? Would he get another? If I took a bag off, would he get a chance to, like, mechanically readdress
The
the
DC
situation?
would be lower, yeah. The DC would be lower if you take off some.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna go up and take a bag off of it and be like, look up, like, the hell.
Okay, so Brom, that's gonna be a whole lot easier.
18.
So Flynn cuts the extra bag off. So we'll say that there were 3. Well, if you could only lift it, there were 3 bags on there. You cut off one, and Brom can now pull it up. So you winch it away. Flynn, because you stayed behind, you will have to make one more stealth check before you are scot-free.
20. 13 plus
Nice.
7.
It goes without a hitch. Presumably as well, Ramsey, you've left at this point. You're out of here. So that you're not about to blow up.
Yeah. Wow.
What's going on?
Oh my god, I totally forgot I have that. Oh.
I've got another thing I gotta go do
I-
being a doctor.
I quit.
I gotta go work another doc. Bye.
And I was going to say in chat, Josie, how many bags do you even bench? That's hilarious. That's fantastic. How many bags of gold do you even bench, bro? Love it.
Amazing. So, yep, Flimrich is away. Captain Bromley, you bring up the gold. There are 2 very heavy bags of gold. Right now, below, everyone's sort of coming out of it, and what? Just out of the high, what the hell just happened? And one of the bruisers comes in, is checking on the the barrels, what the hell are you guys doing in here? Trying to get some law and order back to this place. Bromley, you watched Flimrich escape. Ramsey's also escaped. You've got the 2 bags of gold, and you're on the roof. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna inch it towards the back, or away from the eye, I guess, and just kind of heave them off the edge, and then lower the bags down as quickly as I can, and hoping Flimrich is down there or Ramsey to retrieve the bags and just lower it. I presume I have the rope is still wrapped around my waist, so I'm trying to kick it off the side or move as much as I can or wiggle it off of the edge and try to catch it with lowering it and blah blah blah. You get what I'm trying to say. And then from there, I will wait to see if they take it, and then I will lower my. And I'll climb down. Whatever means is available on that side of the building.
That's where Flynn was headed anyway. He was headed just back to meet up with him. So
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. So the group of you escape the docks to much clamor and shouts behind you, and make good your getaway with these bags. 2 bags of gold.
I took the 3rd bag with me. I had the
Oh, you took the 3rd bag, yeah. 3 bags.
yeah.
We just little burglars.
That was our
running around
greatest
giant-
plan ever.
That's the most
That was the
piratical thing you guys have
smoothest-
done.
Smoothest
That
heist
dragon heist.
ever.
If the actual heist goes anything like that, you guys will be fine.
Fine. Mini heist, warm up heist.
All we
Yeah, the
need
pre-
is a
heist.
finger and some dirt. And we draw up a plan, and by God, it works. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what do you do with your ill-gotten gains?
I think Bromley just takes a left and goes towards the yawning portal because he assumes that's the plan we're doing.
Yeah.
Just bags of gold over one shoulder. You guys start running through water deep.
Yes.
Amazing.
We'll stop and get at a butcher shop, and we'll get one of those butchered pigs, which is like a full pig, and we'll just slide the coin bags into the pig, and Brahm and I will walk it like we're taking it to the
Like a
yawning
tom-tom.
portal to
Love it.
yeah, you know.
All right.
It's a special tonight at Durnan's.
It's leaking gold.
It's just gold falling out. It's really is.
Pay no
like
attention.
It doesn't look like a pig's anatomy anymore. It's just very wide and open towards the abdomen, and it just looks like an open bag of burlap filled with
I
gold.
just want to make sure that we all caught my very clever piggy bank joke.
I did not hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like it was underappreciated in the moment, so I thought I'd bring it back up again.
We appreciate
we could all.
It's always good to point them out. Yeah.
Yeah. I find that's the best of my jokes, just to make sure that people understand that I made a joke.
Yeah.
That's how they're most effective. I feel like no one laughed enough, and I want some more applause.
Maybe you guys didn't hear it. Let me try it again.
Here it is again.
You said, and then I said piggy bank. Yeah, so we take the piggy bank to the. Now I said it to Yawning Portal.
Okay. So the group of you walk back in, and Durnan sort of raises a quizzical eyebrow. Oh, well, I was getting a bit hungry. Good to see you again.
Aye. This will fill you right up.
As he tries to speak cryptically, but fails.
Aye. Found a good haul for your. Where do you want this?
In the back, I think.
Aye. Same place.
And opens up the door for you to, yeah, he nods.
The pig jingles as we walk by, and as we bump into the door frame. Amazing.
Okay.
With a loud thud, we drop a pig full of
Yeah, I
metal
just
onto
slammed
the
the pig down. That's it. All right, you slam it down, and you sit down with Durnan, who's like, "That's a mighty fine haul you got there. I'm not dumb enough to ask where you got it, but this will do nicely if it's for the thing we just spoke about."
You're gonna have to wash the coins, but aye.
Or the pig.
Very well.
Whichever you think needs.
Right. Could
Well,
probably
there's-
still get a meal out of that.
Just the three of you going in, or more?
Well, we're assuming that Drexel will show back up at some point, right?
All right, so 4 of you, that's 800 gold, 200 gold per pass. That's the best rate I can get you. And each bag has 800 gold, so it's like one of your bags.
Perfect. That's great. Now we have to do counting gold RP.
There you go.
Right.
One
Well,
bag.
1 second, please. I need a bucket of water.
5, 10.
Wow.
So
You
Donna
need
says.
1/3 of me in gold, right?
Donna says.
Don't touch
it'll
anything.
be
They're all in stacks of 7. Why 7? I don't know.
exclusively
now I have-
7. Give it an hour or 2, and then come back. I'll have them ready for you. So Donna heads out his own back door to go and secure you these passes. He's got a couple of hours to kill. What do you guys want to do? You also have a lot of gold now.
Do we take the pig back? And then have
Just send a pig everywhere. Like everywhere you go to pay for anything, you have to have a pig.
What's that for?
Hold on.
You can deposit the pig's gold into bags again if you like, or coin purses or something.
What do we need gold for?
I don't know what
We owe literally everybody, so I'm wondering,
Yeah.
is there anything that we could pay off or put a down payment
Right.
on so we don't get fingers cut off or anything? Or
There is gold that needs to go to Weird Bottle. Period.
no, the hell with him.
Okay.
I'm thinking more like the
you're
Kraken
right.
Society or the Drow.
I think the Drow need it more than the Kraken Society because I'm their prophet. So, I mean, they'll
Yeah,
do
you
whatever.
the Kraken.
Which I completely forgot about. We could have totally used them, but that's fine. Whatever. So yeah, I think we should probably pay off the drow. They didn't show up for our heist, and that could be also very promising if we were to show up and be like, "Hey, we did a thing without you. By the way, here's your cut."
Oh yeah. We could also do this if we timed everything up with the four of us going into Xanathar's. If we could have the drow attack a Xanathar asset, we know a couple of them, attack a Xanathar asset, and then have the Kraken Society attack a Xanathar asset, like around the docks or something, cause a cross-city pandemonium that would require them to kind of like empty out the barracks and everything, and then we could just, walk up and whistle and go inside. We might be able to reduce any type of threat level that we would have inside the base.
You're expecting threat level midnight.
Exactly. I'd like threat level 3 in the afternoon, if at all possible.
3 p.m., yeah.
When everybody's like nappy.
So you want right after
the threat of the midday nap.
right. It's a threat level siesta. Can we have that?
Right.
So you want? Is this to get in? Because we're gonna get in.
We're gonna get in with our passes, but once we're inside, I mean, they're gonna be like, "You're not Xanathar," but if we can sweep all these Xanathar that are already in there out, because they're like, oh my god, the city exploded, there's problems everywhere, there's drow, there's cultists, and then they empty out, to all their specialists or soldiers or thugs to go wherever needs to, then we just walk in and hopefully have a base that has 10% of what its normal complement is.
Right. We do also have to get out of there without being hunted. So if we get out of there unseen by a disguised self, which is awesome, but also do we want to have threat level siesta during that time as well?
Well, yeah, if we're quick, we could threat level siesta the whole thing. If the drow and the krakens could keep it up for like an hour, that's a really good nap. If you got an hour nap in the afternoon, that's a strong siesta. That's what we need. We need a good 60-minute siesta. Okay. And then we just haul ass. Kill everybody that gets in our way so there's no witnesses. Or we wear our bandanas and no one knows it's us.
Exactly.
This is another foolproof plan. I am cranking it.
We're on a roll.
You guys, Will needs appreciation for jokes. I need appreciations for plans. These are money. Someone write these down.
Oh man, I have a mustache. That's what I bring. All right, so yeah, let's.
We're very proud.
Thank you. I just want to make sure people knew that I had a mustache. Yeah, so let's. I guess let's do that. Let's go pay off the We're paying off the Brigand Dorothy to do this nuts.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay,
so
you know them more than I do. I actually don't have a relationship with them, so it's best if you guys do it.
Yeah, I mean, like Ramsey knows that you can reach them. Sort of, you will need to call out to them, I guess, because they've said that they've been listening to you this whole time, and wherever you go or whatever you do, they can be there to help because they're you've got these guys on retainer. It's just that you'll need to make contact, and they don't like it when you go to their house. So you found that it works best just to say, you could write something down on a letter, or you could, and hope that they see it, or you could say it out loud. It's sort of this slightly mysterious thing. You suspect there's a fair amount of magic involved in this process. Or they're just incredibly stealthy. You're muted, Sid.
My bad, I'm just kidding. Oh, okay, yeah.
Got it.
They respond real well to Ramsey, though. I mean, that's because one of my favorite RP moments in the history of RP was when Ramsey kicked ass in that cave and saved us all from getting death by drow, which was awesome. So I think that in my opinion, in this city, they're probably watching her all the time because she's an asset of great value. Let's just have you walk off by yourself into an alley and just sit down and maybe even write like BD or something, you know, in Elvish, you know, for Regan Dareth, and see if they pop somebody in.
Hello.
Chances are, yeah, they're going to come and see what's up.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it probably isn't. Yeah.
That's up to you, Sid. I said that, you know, Ramsey is earned their respect. The rest of us have not. So
Yeah, okay. And I did kill a bunch of people in the last one in front of them. It was super awesome, so I'm down for that. So, like, I can take the rest of it and sort of, like, wander off by myself, seemingly aimlessly, but not. And then, like, find my way in between, like, two buildings where it's dark, even though it's time for the siesta. And, I don't know, maybe utter something in like Undercommon or something to try and get some attention.
Level siesta. Yeah.
Man, I wish I knew where my drow friends were.
If only someone
I've got all
could take
gold
money from me.
Dark alley. Oh, what's a drow has to do?
All right, so
what do I do, drow? Did I say drow? I meant
Oh.
I meant drow.
I meant now.
All right, so you go into your super secret siesta alley and speak sweet nothings into the darkness. A few moments later, there is same as the last time you contacted them. An arrow sort of bolt, a crossbow bolt, I guess, with a note attached to the end of it, which you can unroll, comes down. The bags of gold, which are on your at your feet, as you presumably you just put them down somewhere. You take out the notes, and it reads 1 hour. Be ready. And when you look up, the bags of gold are gone.
They are the night.
They are the darkness. It's dark and full of terrors.
They know nothing.
So Ramsey will like come back out trying to be nonchalant, but is obviously putting way too much effort into the way that she's walking, trying to be nonchalant, and like makes her way back over and tries to like pass you the note in like a secret way for some reason, as if she can't just hand it to you. She's like, you know, going to shake your hand so she can like slide it in there, and just like, we got a situation. Just take the note. Just take it.
It says 1 hour, be ready, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's something. It worked.
I'm ready now.
Good job, Doc.
I just hold on. I just hold on to this for 60 minutes.
I guess so. I guess so.
You also
Alright.
need your passes, so like it should work out about right. The donor will come back, give you your passes, and then there will be some kind of distractions.
The Xanathar.
Yes, you the VIPs. You up, bro?
Lanyard. We're going to Xanacon.
Xanacon. Oh, amazing.
We have a panel there. So.
We have a panel.
It's
It's about
Xanacon.
drug dealing.
Oh my
Drug
goodness.
dealing
Okay,
in water.
so
would love
anything
to
else
do
you
that
guys
panel,
want to do? That would be fantastic. Anything else you guys want to do in the next like hour? Preparations or rests that you need to take or things that you need to get, etc. That would be a good time.
No.
Okay. Good.
Stay away from the drow. I think we got that. That's good.
Perfect. Alrighty then. So an hour passes, Dernan returns and hands you the passes and says these should get you past any kind of security as long as they're not looking too closely at you. So some kind of disguise is a good idea. Best of luck to you. If I see you again, then we'll have a drink. If I don't, well,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
All right.
We're casual acquaintances. Goodbye.
Right. All right. What do the passes look like?
They sort of have to look like lanyards now.
Yeah, they are exactly lanyards. Yeah.
They're just some twine and a leather pass on it with like a emblazoned seal of a boulder. Very obvious.
All right.
Perfect.
So, as the hour passes, you guys get your lanyards and wait for some kind of commotion to kick off. Shortly, it does, and you see people rushing out from the Xanathar Guild. You recognize some of these as the super secrets kill squad that you almost had a run-in with a couple of weeks back. And they are running out from the guild itself, the headquarters that you've located, and they're headed off somewhere down into the dock district. In the distance, you see a small fire, which is growing larger and larger by the minute, and you can smell that kind of that wafting smell of burning wood and maybe people. What do you guys do in this this commotion?
I would want to retcon one thing. During that time that we wanted the cultists to be able to do something as well. And the easiest thing to go after would be the warehouse that was right by the wharf with all the gold in it.
Right.
You know, if they could go for that, you know, not necessarily like a full frontal assault, but just, you know, they have
be
boats
annoying.
and stuff that they could, lob, you know, Greek fire
fish.
into or something. And right. Yeah, they're Muppets. You know, it's New Zealand, right? So yeah, just so we have like multiple points of interest around the city for Xanathar
absolutely.
to
You've
be
got some
stirring about him.
You got some cultists who are up to no good somewhere else in the city. I'm sure they're just like they love getting up to no good. They're cracking psychos like great boss, we get to blow something up. So they're off to, you know, multiple people will die into doing so, I'm sure. But you guys, during the chaos and pandemonium, take your opportunity to slip through the cracks and inside the Xanathar Guild itself. And I think at that point, as you guys have made your way in and you're about to search a way around for the vault itself, that's where we can wrap up tonight's session of Learn by Play as the group are about to get inside the vault itself and all the terrors that are faced within. We actually prepped this one a couple of weeks back, so it's going to be a lot of fun to get inside. It's sort of Tomb of Horrors Annihilation style episode is coming up here next week at the same time, 1 o'clock Eastern, so you can catch us live here. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's go round the cast and the crew. Did we enjoy ourselves today? Where can we find you wonderful folks online? Let's start with Sid. How was that tonight?
It was great. I'm so glad to be back with everybody, and now we've got the drugs, we've got some money, and everything's, you know, turning up roses now, so it's great. But now this whole, we prepped this a while back scares me. I don't know where this is going to go, but I guess we have to find out, don't we? So, yeah, next week will be interesting. But yeah, I'm Sid, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sid_Shields, and I'll tweet about everything that I'm doing there.
Fantastic. And as to yourself, Greg, how was that today?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I love playing with these guys and, you know, wandering through Waterdeep and having a successful, like Josie said, it just like a team. I love it when a plan comes together. We checkbox. Plans are working. I liked it very, very much because we had 0.0 success. Yeah, 0.0 success in this campaign for like the first 9 episodes. And now to actually like do things that succeed, it's really, really fun. So anyway, my name is Grimjack21502 on the Twitter and Tales from the Grim on the Twitch. And I will be back here next week to play some more Learn by Play. Can't wait. See you around, Wizards.
Fantastic. And Myth, how was that today for you, my friend?
Man, it was fun. It took a little bit to dust off the cobwebs. It's been a couple weeks, and thank you guys for being here and letting us just kind of get back into the groove of our characters and such, and the plot and everything. Thanks for being patient with that. A lot of fun. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for that heist. That was a fun little heist we did. It was a good little pre-heist to the big heist, which will be the dragon heist, dare I say. Tons of fun, as always. Thank you for having me. Thank you, D&D. My name is Mythematic. You can follow me on Twitter or also here on Twitch. If you want, why not? Or don't. It's cool. But thank you so much for letting me play. And thank you, Will. And thank you guys for being so great.
Fantastic. Thanks, Myth. As for myself, you can find me at EncounterRP on Twitter or on twitch.tv/EncounterRoleplay. We're doing some more D&D later today at 5 o'clock Eastern. I hope you guys can come along and join us. We'll be back here next week every 1 o'clock Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, here on twitch.tv/D&D. Thank you guys for watching us, and until next week, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye! Ah! We can't leave. We're still here. Oh my god. I'm trying to click off. Goodbye, everybody. Remember that piggy bank joke? That was funny, wasn't it? Yeah, that was underappreciated for. Okay, now we're really going.